Okay, let's look at this question. After solving this question, you can use it to solve the worksheet I will be giving. So yeah, this is 15.5 parallel line. Now this says a line has the equation 2y minus 6x equal to 4. A, find the gradient and intercept of the line of the equation. B, find the equation of a parallel line passing through 3 minus 2. And C, find the equation of the parallel line passing through the origin. D says show that minus 3 minus 7 is on this line. And D says find the coordinate of the points where the line crosses the y-axis and the x-axis. So after solving this, you'll be able to solve your worksheet. Okay, let's take them one after the other. The first one, A, the equation of the line is 2y minus 6x equal to 4. This is the equation of the line. 2y minus 6x equal to 4. Then from this, if you're asked to find the gradient A, if you're asked to find the gradient, first of all, I'm not going to leave it this way. What I'm going to do is I will put it in the form of y equal to mx plus c. Don't forget, always put it in this form, y equal to mx plus c. So if I put this in this form, this will be, it will be 2y is equal to 6x plus 4. Then divide all by 2. Divide all by 2. You have here to be y is equal to 2 into here is 3x plus 2 here is 2. That means that the gradient, I hope you can see my handwriting, very small, just manage it. The gradient is 3, that is m, and the intercept c is what? Is 2. So the gradient is 3 and the intercept is 2. That's question A. Now B says find the equation of a parallel line passing through 3 minus 2. The equation of a parallel line passing through 3 minus 2. As I said, x comes first. That means this is x and this is y. And the equation of this line we are given, the equation is y is equal to 3x plus 2. Note that for you to find the equation of the line that passes through this coordinate, since they are parallel, they must have the same gradient. They must have the same gradient, but the intercept is different. Recall when we have this. I said the intercept will be different because look at the intercept of this, where it crosses the x-axis of this one. Look at where it crosses the x-axis of this one. Look at where it crosses this y-axis. Well, the intercept are different, but the gradient are always the same. As I mentioned that in parallel line, the gradient are the same. So from here, the gradient are the same. I will have this to be y is equal to 3x plus c. I don't know where they crosses the x or y axis, so I use c to represent the intercept. Now, if I substitute, x is 3, y is minus 2. I will have this to be minus 2 is equal to 3 times 3 plus c. So this gives me minus 2 is equal to 3 times 3 is 9 plus c. So we have this to be minus 2, this minus 9 is equal to c. Therefore, my c is equal to minus 11. Then the equation will now be what? The equation will now be y is equal to 3x minus 11. You can see the equation is this. The gradient are the same. Just look at these two. The gradient are the same. But the intercept, you see, it crosses this at minus 11, it crosses as 2. So this is where it crosses the coordinate 3 and then minus 2. Now the C part also says find the equation of a parallel line passing through the origin. Once you say that equation passed through the origin, if you say that the equation passed through the origin, that means at that point both x and y are 0. If equation passed through the origin is from this graph. As I said, the origin is here. If this passes the origin, you see it, this is the origin. If it passes the origin, that means at this point my x is 0, my y is 0. So the coordinate I'll be having there is 0 and then 0. This is my x, this is my y. From the equation, we have, this is the equation. We always use this equation. This equation, y is equal to what? 3x plus 2. So for me to find the equation that passes through the origin is 0, 0. Now the equation will now be y is equal to 3x plus c, because the gradient must be the same, but the intercept is what I don't know. So that's why I always use c to represent the intercept. So if my x is 0, my y is 0, that means I'm having here to be 0 is equal to 3 times 0 plus c. That means we have here to be 0 is equal to 3 times 0 plus c. Therefore, that my c, are you seeing it? Therefore, my c is 0. Then the equation that passes through the origin, will just be y is equal to 3x. This is just the equation that passes through the origin. Because my c is 0, so no need of putting my c is 0. So this is just the equation that passes through the origin. Okay, now let me draw a straight line and solve the other ones here. Okay, so in the other question, the D part says what? Show that minus 3 minus 7 is on this line. Which line are we talking? The straight line. Equation of straight line is y equal to 3x plus 2. So we want to show that minus 3 and minus 7 passes through this line. Now for us to show that it passes through this line, that means that y is equal to this. When you substitute my x, everything you have here must be equal to y. And remember, 3 is y, minus 3 is y, minus 3 is x, minus 7 is y. So anything you substitute here must be equal to y, because y is equal to this. So let's substitute. Now y is minus 7 is equal to x is minus 3. I have 3 times minus 3 plus 2. 3 times minus 3 is minus 9 plus 2. So minus 9 plus 2 is what? Minus 7. you can see minus 7. So that shows that the equation is on the line, on this line. Now the final one, the A part. The A part says find the coordinate of the point where the line crosses the y-axis and x-axis. Now we are talking about the intercept. Where the line crosses, we are talking about the intercept. So find the coordinate. The coordinate, this is what we call coordinate. The coordinate is just x and y coordinate. This is how they put it, x and y coordinate. Now find the coordinate of the point where the line crosses the y-axis and the x-axis. Now let's take it one after the other. For you to find the point where the line crosses the y-axis, x must be 0. You equate x to be 0 for you to find the point where it crosses the y-axis. Now for you to find the point where it crosses the x-axis, y must be 0. The equation, as we all still using, is y equal to 3x plus 2. Now for us to find where it crosses the y-axis, that means I'm talking about the y-intercept. That is what I'm talking about, the y-intercept. At this y-intercept, x must be 0. X must be 0. So in this case, I will have this, that since my x is 0, we have y is equal to 3 times 0 plus 2. So my y is what? 3 times 0 plus 2. That means that y is what? 2. This is the first point. At this first point, my x is 0 and my y is 2. This is where it crosses the y-axis. Okay, for you to find where it crosses the x-axis, that means you are looking for the x-intercept. And at the x-intercept, y must be equal to 0. Then the equation, as we use, y equal to 3x plus 2. So if I substitute my y to be 0, I have 0 is equal to 3x plus 2. That means that if I subtract 2 from both sides, I have minus 2 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3, then that means that minus 2 over 3 is equal to x. So that coordinate now gives us that my x is, let me put it down here, my x is minus 2 over 3 and my y is 0. So the coordinate where it crosses, the coordinate, so find the coordinate of the point where the line crosses the x-axis and the y-axis and the x-axis. So the coordinates are 2 minus 0, 2 and minus 2 over 3, 0. So these are the coordinates. So you use this to solve the question I'll give you to solve. And whenever I give you a question from the textbook to solve, you just copy the answer and set and give. It is equal to 0. I will just call it to be 0, and 0 means you are absent. So if I give you a question, I expect you to solve it this way. Or if there's any other way you understand it more, you can solve it. Thank you.